What's up guys, Sanjay Shenoy here from Team Pixel Track and welcome to this brand new video in the Content Marketing Mastery course. So all this while we figured out how to repurpose your content and converted it to different formats to be promoted on different channels. Now from this video onwards, we'll be talking about how do you distribute it across all of these channels. And the first thing that comes to everybody's mind, and everybody's been asking me everywhere literally, how to attract traffic from the search engines. Basically, how do you SEO your blog or your website or your content property, whatever that is. Primarily because once you do this right, you are going to get a lot of targeted traffic for almost free. So that's the best thing that can happen to any business out there, let alone your content piece. So a lot of people want this. They find it to be very mythical and mystical, and people think that SEO is blah 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 and all of that, but it's actually very simple. And in this particular video I've tried to simplify it as much as possible, although I will not be talking about backlinks and all of that, and you will understand why I won't be talking about it and why it is beyond the scope of this particular course or particular video. But having said that, in this video what you're going to be learning is keyword research. A very important aspect in SEO is keyword research. This can make or break your SEO, and how to ensure that all your content pieces are optimized, and things to keep in mind before you hit the publish button. And I will also walk you through a sample of the content that we have created and how we have gone about doing it. And I also have a downloadable checklist that you can download for the on-page SEO. You'll know what I'm talking about once I go through the video. So let's get started with this video. So before you proceed with anything, you need to start with keyword research. Now if you don't know how to perform keyword research, first of all, if you don't know how to use Ubersuggest, please check out lesson number 4. It's about content ideas, how to come up with content ideas, and I have shown how to use Ubersuggest to come up with keywords. This video is specifically meant for how to choose the best keywords, and trust me, that is half the battle won in SEO. People undermine the value of keyword research a lot. It's not about going after keywords with a lot of volume. It's about going after keywords with just enough volume and almost zero competition, so that you can attract traffic very easily and attract targeted traffic very easily. And there are a lot of mistakes that people do in the keyword research process itself. And if you do a mistake in keyword research, everything else after that just becomes futile. Everything else you do for SEO just becomes futile. So if you get your keyword research, half the battle is won. So let's find out what are the things that you should, which are non-negotiable when it comes to keyword research. So the first thing is that you need to understand the head keywords, body keywords, and long tail keywords and what they are. So head keywords are keywords which are not very specific in nature. For example, digital marketing. With the keyword digital marketing, you are not able to capture the intent of the user. It is very vague. It's just digital marketing. For whatever reason, that person might be looking for that keyword. So the intent is not very clear here. The second is body keywords. Here the intent is slightly more clearer, but still there is a lot of vagueness in the keyword. Say for example, digital marketing online. Now you know that he is looking for digital marketing online. You don't know what he's trying to do with that particular thing. But long tail keywords are the keywords which are super specific when it comes to what they are looking for. So long tail keywords can be something like free digital marketing course online. So that is a long tail keyword which has about 3 to 4 words in them. The phrase itself has 3 to 4 words in them. So that becomes a long tail keyword. So head keywords, body keywords, and long tail keywords. Now, what happens is that usually head keywords have a lot of search volume, body keywords are slightly lesser, and long tail keywords have lesser search volume. But because the search volume is so high, people go after the head keywords, but the competition is also super high. Very importantly, if you go through if you understand head keywords, body keywords, and long tail keywords, you will understand that this is basically the representation of the funnel itself, like how the user is searching and what stage of the funnel he is. So for example, in the same example I took, if the head keyword was digital marketing, he might have just started thinking about taking up a course. So he is like way on top of the funnel right there. So I might not want him there because he might just like drop out of the funnel right there. So I might not want to attract him at that point. So in the body keyword, when I said digital marketing online, slightly better. He is looking for something related to digital marketing online, but still, since there is a little vagueness, I wouldn't want him to consider, but he's a little further down the funnel. Long tail keywords is they're almost towards the transactional part of the funnel where they take action. So that is where long tail keywords are. They're super specific because they have gone through the consideration phase. They know what they want and they're looking for something very, very specific. So long tail keywords, although they have very little search volume, usually they might have low search volume. Sometimes you might find great keywords also. Although they have lower search volume, they are super specific and they also attract lesser competition. So keep these two in mind. If you are starting out with a new blog, always go for long tail keywords first. Go outside in when you're attacking a particular keyword or a niche. Go outside in. Go for the easier low hanging fruits in terms of long tail keywords, and slowly once you're done with that, move towards body keywords, and then automatically you'll start seeing that you're ranking for certain head keywords. You don't even have to try to rank for those keywords. So always go for long tail keywords which are a lot more specific. At the end of this keyword research basics, I'll show you a few examples also. Now, it also needs to have good enough search volume. Why? Because you are going to spend X amount of effort, energy, or sometimes even money also to create that piece of content. Now, if that piece of content is meant to attract traffic from the search engines, it's very important that it has enough search volume to like attract the traffic, right? And it needs to make sense. What if the search volume is just 10? And if the search volume itself is 10, so the average industry rate says that you would probably on a good day get a 30% CTR in your search results. So if the search volume is 10, you're only getting like about 3 people coming to your website every month. Is that good enough? Is that enough to like make it worthwhile for your blog? For some it might, for some it might not. So you need to have good enough search volume so that you know that whatever effort you're putting in whatever form, it kind of gives you that return over a period of time. So go for something with good enough search volume. And like I said, half the battle is won with keyword research itself. So you need to look for easy keywords. You need to look for keywords, low hanging fruits, which can easily be ranked with very little effort, and start with those. And then you move up the difficulty ladder. Don't go with high difficulty keywords, go with easy keywords. And trust me, if you get the keyword difficulty with very low and enough search volume, you don't even have to do much. You just have to create amazing content and like optimize the blog, which we'll be talking about later in the video, and that's it. You'll start ranking for those keywords. And I've seen it happen with my own experience. I've seen other people do it also. Trust me, just go for the easy keywords. And the commercial intent should be very clear. Like I said, if the long tail keywords are usually at the bottom of the funnel, so the commercial intent is even more clearer. So the easiest hack to know if the commercial intent of a keyword is there, so in Ubersuggest there is a column called CPC. So it'll tell you the cost per click of that particular keyword. If people are paying money to advertise for that particular keyword, it means that that keyword is working for them. It means that people are buying. So if the commercial intent is high, there's a good chance that you will attract targeted buyer traffic for free. So the higher the commercial intent, the better it is. Now, once you're done all of these things, what you need to do is you need to create keyword buckets and group them into primary, secondary, and LSI keyword. So all of this, I hope it is clear. I'm going to quickly jump into my Chrome and show you how I've made this particular thing and how I group them into primary, secondary, and LSI keywords. So this is a keyword. This is my primary keyword, and as you can see, primary keywords are the ones with usually the highest search volume and hopefully the lowest search difficulty. So the search volume is super high here and search difficulty is 19, so it is extremely easy. Although I would categorize this as a head keyword, but since the volume is super high and search difficulty is very low, and also the strategy we are taking for this particular blog is very different. So this is from a live case study, by the way. So it works for us. So ideally speaking, you can go to much more longer tail keywords, but I'm just giving you an example how I'm grouping them. And yeah, this is my primary keyword and these are my secondary keywords. Look at all the keywords and it belongs to this particular thing. We know that whoever is like doing pedicure at home is going to be like looking for all of these keywords, and LSI keywords are basically synonyms and related keywords. And manicure, we know that people who might want to do pedicure at home might want to do manicure at home also. So this is a very good example of that. I also wanted to show you another example of a head keyword with low volume and high search difficulty, but this is something that we want to rank for because it's very closely related to the business that these guys are in. So the secondary keyword, if you look at it, is vitamins for nail growth, best nail vitamin supplements, nail growth vitamin supplements. So this is much more deeper down in the funnel and good volume, decent enough volume. I would say this and this, and not bad with search difficulty also. And there are LSI keywords also, which you can see that you can figure out these are the symptoms of that particular thing, and we can like go ahead and like propose whatever we have. So this is how you group them into primary, secondary, and LSI keyword in terms of volume and all of this. So this entire thing would be a keyword bucket. As you can see, we have multiple keyword buckets here below, if you can see here. So you have to make keyword buckets like this, and the more keyword buckets you make, the more better understanding you will have in terms of which keyword bucket to go after first. So once you're done with your keyword bucketing and you know which keywords to go after, you go ahead and write content for it. And the first section of this course dealt with how to create content. So I'm sure that you must have written at least one piece of content by now, and if you haven't, please go out there and write a piece of content. Once you have written that piece of content, it's time to optimize that content using the keywords that you have grouped together, right? And this basically means that you need to optimize the page, the way the content is written in a few particular things. What I've done is I've made it very easy for you guys, and I've gone ahead and made a checklist. So one by one, we'll go through the checklist. It's just a 25-point checklist, which you can download right below this video, and you can use it for your own blog. So let me just quickly jump into the checklist. So once you have the primary, secondary, and LSI keyword, so ensure that the primary keyword is in the title and it is in the beginning of the title. And once all of that is done, you just have to select yes or no, and you're good to go with that. Then you need to ensure that title is wrapped in H1. Slightly technical this is, but if you're using WordPress, it is automatically, your title is already in H1. So ensure that your URL includes primary keyword and it does not include stop words. Stop words are and, or all of these keywords which need not have to be there in the URL. Also, if you use stop words, you're going to make your URLs look big and ugly, so you wouldn't want that to happen. So, and primary keyword has to appear in the first 100 words. So the positioning of the keyword also matters a lot in SEO. So the sooner the search engines understand what this particular piece of content is going to be, the better chances you have to rank for that particular keyword. So ensure that your primary keyword is in the first 100 words, and then ensure that the subtitles are wrapped in H2. Now, I've seen a lot of people make these mistakes. They write subtitles or subheadings rather. I'm not going to put, I'm going to write it as subheading. So I've seen a lot of people just make the subheadings bold instead of wrapping them in H2. So there are different options in WordPress, and you need to ensure that these are wrapped in H2 subheadings. You can't just bolden it. So the reason I am telling you is because once you put your subheadings in H2, put your primary keyword once in your H2 and all of the secondary keyword wherever you can, or some of the secondary keywords again in H2, and also ensure that they are put in contextually, and the LSI keywords are also like put in contextually meaning within the content itself. So now, very important here, when you're putting it in the content, do not make it sound like you're forcing it. You don't have to force it. Make it sound natural, and rearrange the keyword if you want to, rearrange the words within the keyword phrase if you have to, if it makes more sense, because Google is smart enough to understand that now. You don't have to force the keywords the way you find it, because at the end of the day, your users, your actual paying users, are humans, and you have to ensure that your content appeals to them first and then the robots and the spiders. So that's what I meant in terms of secondary words and contextually. And this goes without saying, but which we spoke about in our previous lessons also about multimedia. So ensure that the page is images, but the images are compressed and are lightweight. You can use multiple plugins to do that. You can just Google it and find like plenty of them. Primary keyword is also used as an alt tag. So here again, a lot of people forget that you have plenty of real estate in terms of inserting your keywords within the blog. It is just not putting it in the content itself and forgetting about it. So images is one such real estate to put in your keyword as an alt tag. Now, how this is going to help, there is a dual benefit for this, because I have observed in some cases that you will start attracting traffic from image search also, because you have put those keywords there. You might start attracting traffic from image search, and some of those traffic can actually be quite useful for you. So put alt tags, and also that is just an added benefit, but the main benefit is that you are using more real estate to tell people what your content is. So ensure that your primary, secondary and LSI keywords are used as alt tags. And also, yet another thing that you can do with all those keywords is, whenever you're uploading an image, ensure that the file name is one of the keywords, either primary, secondary or LSI. A few other things that you need to keep in mind is, if its page is responsive, if your theme is responsive, your page is going to be responsive. Make sure you have 2 or 3 internal links. So whatever link juice that your website has accumulated, it has to flow through your website. And if you're posting a new blog, try to link it from other older blogs if you have them. Otherwise, whenever you have them, ensure that you interlink. Interlinking is super important. You have to let your link juice flow throughout your website. And also ensure that your page has 2 to 3 external links also. Link out to very good resources which can actually be beneficial for your users. And also make sure when you're doing all of this, it does not have any broken links. It has good page speed score, and ensure that you've checked it with Grammarly or any other grammar checking tool. So you can download this particular checklist and ensure you go through this checklist, which there are 25 tasks here. Once you start doing it, it's very simple. You quickly start checking off each of these things. Like I said, just by doing the keyword research right and doing all of this for on page, you will start seeing a lot of benefits from SEO and a quite decent amount of traffic coming from the search engines. Okay, so go ahead and do it for all the blog posts that you have done already. Remember, it starts with keyword research. Keyword research is half the battle won if done right. Another 25% of the battle is done if your on page is right, which is right here. So just make sure all of these things are checked off. Just a few other things to keep in mind before we sign off is, number one thing, we discussed this already, write naturally. Your readers are humans. Write for humans first, the spiders are going to come automatically. Write naturally. Don't force the keywords into the sentences. If it does not make sense grammatically, don't use that keyword in that manner. Use it naturally, use it however it is grammatically correct. And don't overdo it. Don't put too many keywords. Don't stuff your content with too many keywords. Including all of these things, if you just put all of these, check off 25 of these things, it's more than enough if you ask me. Start small, and you can like keep on increasing the optimization later on. But as a general rule, for every 1,000 words, keep it between 1 to 2%. Don't overdo it. Like I said, if keyword research is wrong, everything else is futile. So ensure that you get your keywords right. It's a lot of tedious work. It's a lot of work at the end of the day, but it saves you a lot of energy and, more importantly, money if you're spending anything on it. So make sure your keyword research is proper and maintain consistency. Google and search engines love consistent content coming through your blog or through your any other kind of content pieces. So every platform for that matter enjoys and rewards consistency. So maintain consistency and update the older ones. Log into your search console, look for more keywords, optimize your content for those keywords, and keep updating the older ones and keep them fresh. Just by doing this, it is also showing the search engines that you update and keep your blog as fresh as possible. So that's it for this particular video. Please go ahead, download the checklist and go out there and do your keyword research and check off everything in the keyword list, and check off everything in the on-page checklist for at least one blog. Consider that as an exercise for this particular video, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know your feedback. You can either write to me at sanjay@pixeltrack.in or write your feedback just below this video in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.